Hey guys, this video is going to be kind of a mess. Originally I had planned it to be 2 videos, but just want to get the videos starting to roll, so it makes more sense to post it all as one. Essentially, the main theme of this video is I ran my first 9. Spoiler alert, right up front. So we're going to go head to the track now. And then afterwards, we're going to talk about some upgrades, some things I want to do a little bit differently, and hopefully the plan for next track outing, which should be next weekend. Back in the garage, testing went pretty good. I did have some issue with the rear separation again. We're actually going to be doing some changes and kind of going over what I'm doing. We got some parts that are on their way to failing. The last pass, I don't think I'll have any in-car footage, and even if I did, I don't think you'll have, I don't think you'll be able to see it or hear it in the video, but there was a slight vibration, and then there was like a clunk in the, like at the end of the burnout, it clunked, like the U-joint was going bad or something. And what I found out is These jegs, U-joint girdles are just slightly too big, I guess. The thing is, I put a new drive shaft in them and they were tight, but these are just ever so slightly too long, this dimension, this way, and it doesn't hold the U-joint into the yoke good enough. So now you can just barely like turn the drive shaft and it clunks a little bit, and it's moving in the yoke. The yoke has no signs of wear, but you can tell these have been spinning. I think you can kind of see that witness mark. So it's a strange yoke. I'm gonna go ahead and get a strange set of girdles, and then I'm also gonna get a strange set of U-bolts, just to have both on hand. The U-bolts are cheap. The girdles are like $100. And so I'll insert a clip here of what I'm trying to limit on the car when I turn it up. So essentially we're having the same kind of issue that's not as bad as last year, where it would just fold the springs in half, but it's still separating really hard. And currently I've got my leaf springs in the top hole of the US car tool mounts, and I'm gonna go to the center hole in hopes that it'll kill some of the anti-squat. I know I really should be plotting everything on this, but I'm not, and it's gonna be trial and error. Essentially, the reason why I'm making a mount change is because my shocks are at 14 of 18 clicks, and it just started kicking the tire every time I tried to leave on 10 pounds. So I didn't end up getting to run the last run when I was going to try a little bit lower air pressure, but I don't know. I feel like I need to make this change. Like I said, get rid of some of the anti-squat. These cars are kind of, it's just what they do. They separate. You can really kill the separation on these cars by putting a Caltrac leaf spring, split monoleaf in it, but then you don't have any separation when you know, I think if you have like a really high horsepower car, you can get the Caltrac springs to move, but if you don't, then it's kind of whatever. And it may end up that I'm gonna put a Caltrac leaf spring on this car. I don't really want to. I just bought these leaves. I still want it to separate. I just don't want it to do it like all in the first 60 foot. If I could spread it out 100 foot to do as much separating as it does, then I'd be happy. But also put the car on scales. My one load cell is screwed up, so I have to switch the rear ones. But the percentage since we put like all the new parts, the pump, the parachute, fix some of the wiring, put the new shutoff switch, put the solenoid for the new pump, and just kind of move some stuff around. The percentage is way better. It used to be like 54% front heavy, but it's 3,408 with me in it. So this thing needs a diet super bad. I did find somebody who's got a dash. I'm gonna probably get a fiberglass dash for it. I'm looking for a deck lid. I don't really want to spend all the money on that right now. I'd really like to get a one-piece clip for it, but nobody that I know of. If you do know somebody who does Valiant parts that's not like 70 to 72 Duster, even if it's not this front end, like this is 67, 68 Valiant. If it's the 70 Valiant, where it's got, you know, the straight bars in it, I just don't like the 71, 72 Duster front end with the hump in it, which this car originally came with. I just think they're just terribly ugly. But you know, if I could find somebody even with one of them, I could cut the grill out and put this grill in, even though it'd be a major pain. But yeah, so yeah, fixing some stuff. Car ran good. I still got a lot to turn it up. Our best 60 foot was a 13860. I don't have any of the slips. I think they're in my truck, but 13860, 604 and 116 mile per hour. And I think that just getting the 60 foot, you know, I feel like there's at least a 10th in the 60 foot by itself, but just getting the 60 foot down, this thing will run a 5. It'll be in the 5s. And that was leaving 10 pounds or 9.5 ish, ramping to 17. So if I can get this thing in the 5s, I'm going to turn it up, possibly try to run a high 8. I don't really care about quarter mile, but it's kind of like I ran my first 9 just coasting. So I might as well try a little bit and try to run an 8 just because I think it's cool, even though I'm not interested in quarter mile racing. I just think it's kind of like a milestone, you know? So yeah, quick update. Going testing again. I actually ran into a YouTuber that's from Michigan, and he's a little bit, he's got quite a bit bigger channel. You guys can guess who it is. I'm not going to say. And we might film one of his cars. I don't know if he's down there next Saturday. I kind of was talking back and forth with him. He said he might come down to the next test and tune. And, you know, if it pans out and we can do even just like a, you know, say hi or whatever and show my car on his channel and his car on my channel, I think that would be cool. Like I said, he don't have much to gain from my followers because he's a lot bigger than me, but I'm not super serious about YouTube anyways. I just kind of do it for fun and network with people, and I think that like the community of YouTube is pretty cool because there's a lot of people, as far as me, are very positive in what I'm doing. They understand that I'm going to show if I screw up because I do a lot. Like I've got a rear end video filmed for you guys that I haven't posted yet. But essentially when I was going to do this rear end, when I switched from a 373 to a 410, I had this thing apart like 5 or 6 times. And I don't need to like bore you guys and rant on about it, but it was all my fault. It was a stupid mistake, but I think it's something that people can learn from. And we'll save that for that video. It'll probably be a how not to build an 8.8 Ford. But yeah. So anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, ring the bell. I'm excited to bring you guys some more racing. We've got a lot of plans for the car. Like I said, we just went testing this last weekend. Going testing again next weekend. You know, if you're thinking of me, pray for no rain. That's just my luck. But if it's not raining, be at the track. I'm gonna be trying to run a number for you guys. After we get done with the trying to run a 5, trying to get to an 8. I'm not gonna be telling many times because out of respect for others. I do mostly no time heads up style racing, so people don't really like that. And like I said, the car, when I was showing you guys that, obviously it wasn't turned up or anything, so it probably will be turned up a little bit to run a 5, just to make sure it happens. And then if I can get the 60 foot down, we'll run it out. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you hopefully at the track in the next video.